on DAB, smartphone app, and around the world on starpointradio.com. Your real alternative. Starpoint Radio.
Mr. Chris Amoo, welcome to Starpoint Radio.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Great to have you along here on the show. Wow. Looking back, so your first UK hit was a number one in 1976. How brilliant. And then again 10 years later.
Absolutely.
And that crossed over to America as well, to number 28 R&B and 64 national.
Yeah. The thing what happened in America, unfortunately for us, was there were a lot of cover versions put out at the same time because they failed to land us in a deal, for America.
Yeah.
All the other companies that couldn't get the deal sort of put spoiler versions out. And so it split the airplay and basically split the sale.
Frankie Valli, I think, was one of those to blame, wasn't he?
And the worst. That was the worst cover I've heard of a song.
You mean to say that's worse than Sonia? Come on.
Okay.
So you were David Essex, and not to be confused with Joey Essex's dad, because they're no relation, but David Essex helped you on your road to stardom, didn't he? Yeah,
I think it was a lot of our route to success was made a lot easier when we met David Essex, basically, he was like that sort of like that cog in the wheel that we needed to tip us over the edge. He was great with us, he gave us a break when we needed it. And basically, all his fans got on board as well and were very instrumental in You To Me becoming a hit record.
That's fantastic. He said to you, I'm going to make you a star. He said, come here and hold me close.
Yeah, not quite that, but he did do anyway.
So you also appeared, I believe, on New Faces. New Faces to a younger audience is a bit like the Voice X Factor of yesterday.
It wasn't actually New Faces. It was before New Faces. It was Opportunity Knocks, actually.
Oh, was it Opportunity Knocks?
It was Opportunity Knocks, yeah.
Oh, Huey Green.
Which we won. And that enabled us to actually become a proper, should we say, professional group. In other words, that we could sort of like really do it full time nationally, because we won it, and obviously we got mass coverage.
So a good friend of mine, Tony Hall, used to look after you in his offices in Carnaby Street. Nice man. When I used to play at Tramp, he used to come almost every night, and he always talked about, I love the real thing. I love the real thing, and so forth. And also Loose Ends, and there is a Loose Ends connection because you produced their first two tracks, didn't you? Their early singles. Yeah,
we produced their first single, In the Sky, and we've remained friends ever since. But as far as Tony's concerned, I mean, we would never have got anywhere near where we've gotten to without him.
Yeah, he was a nice man, wasn't he? Nice man. So do you have a favourite Real Thing single? Or Real Thing song?
My actual favourite Real Thing single is Raining Through My Sunshine. But out of the hits, my favourite is Can You Feel the Force?
How did Can You Feel the Force come about?
Basically, we had You To Me and Can't Get By. Me and Eddie were writing a lot of songs at the time, and we just wanted something like really upbeat to put in our stage show. Basically to end our stage show. And there was a lot of the Star Wars things and that going down at the time, so sort of like we were slightly influenced by that as well. But basically, it was to end our stage show. We needed something really high energy. And also we wanted to break into that real dance sort of market that was around at the time, So that's how we came out with the Upward Can You Feel the Force.
Yeah, it was brilliant. There was some US mixes done on that as well, which were good, wasn't
Pardon?
There? There was some US mixes done on that, which were good as well, wasn't there?
There was,
there was a great US mix done of that as well.
Yeah, it was. The problem with American mixes and American productions of our songs, what we found is they've tended to take away the magic of the songs. I don't know what it is, and I don't know why it is. It may be just the people who have actually done them or that we've worked with. But we found that, and I think that Heatwave found the same problem. We had two producers in Ken Gold and Mickey Den who, when they got together with us, produced a magic. And that magic was in Ken's songs like You to Me, Can't Get By. It was also in our songs like You Never Know What You're Missing, and Can You Feel the Force Raining Through My Sunshine. But as soon as we moved away from them, for me, the magic stopped. And a record needs magic, you know, no matter how good the production, it needs magic.
So talking of Ken Gold, and they produce a lot of the Delegation hits as well, which, looking back, your current singles, the Realistics, I think, and Delegation also did it. But were you ever given the option to say, oh, go on, do Where Is the Love, or were you given the choice?
Well, yeah. I mean, they were written for us.
No, so I mean, what I'm saying is that some of the Delegation hits, were you ever offered those?
Yeah, they were written for us.
Oh, they were written for you?
Yeah. Where Is the Love was written for us.
So
as was this one.
Oh, okay. And did you record Where Is the Love?
No, we didn't.
So you
we
turned it down?
didn't record it because we didn't like it, basically.
Do you regret that now, or?
No.
No, you don't. You still don't like
it?
No. Oh, poor Ricky Bailey. You're going to make him cry.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we've done things that Ricky doesn't like, you know.
Yeah.
We just didn't get onto the song. We thought, one thing I will say, the record turned out better than the song that we turned down. So, in other words, what I'm saying is when Ken brought the song in for us to choose as to whether we wanted to record it or not, and we said no, basically you've got to understand that these songs were coming up at the same time as You Tell Me Out Everything and Can't Get By Without You.
Yeah.
Right? Someone also writes a song, and Where Is the Love? They were on the same session of songs, right?
Yeah.
So you've got to make a decision.
Yeah.
And basically, they're nowhere near as strong as You to Me and Can't Get By. I think that's quite obvious. But where the mistake, I think, was made is, I think with this one, Someone Ought to Write a Song, I think it could have been a fantastic fourth or fifth single. You know, we could have released it, and it would have been a huge hit for us. Where Is the Love? I'm not that keen on anyway, as a song. So basically, that really didn't come into the running once we'd heard it and rejected it. You know, Someone Ought to Write a Song was unfortunate because, as I say, it came up right in the mix with Can't Get By Without You.
Got you. So you had the choice first, and then whatever you didn't want, Delegation, then chose.
Well, it's not really a case of what we didn't want. Basically, when you're writing songs, you present them to the artist who you're working with, and he either likes them or not, and then you move on. And basically, luckily for Ken, Delegation and one or two other people have got onto the songs and liked it, you know.
Yeah.
So it was lucky for Ken, that's to say. But no, we've got absolutely no regrets with the songs that we've actually recorded.
So it's taken 44 years for this song to finally come out. 44
Well, it got lost. It got lost because basically when we were sort of going, we were moving on to like Whenever You Want My Love and Can You Feel the Force and things, Sunshine. So if you understand me, it just kept going, you know, further down the line.
Yeah.
And in the end, you forget about it, you know. And then we split up with Ken and Mickey, you know.
Yeah.
So basically, the whole of that sort of side of it got lost, basically.
Yeah. Shame.
But it's a good thing, isn't it, really? Because it's fate. Because if we'd have recorded it then, it would be no use to us now.
No, but it's sounding good now. It's sounding really fresh. Everyone's loving it. Everyone's really, really loving it.
Yeah, I was surprised. Because when we actually recorded it, we didn't like it.
Yeah, you said.
We didn't like it, you know. But once again, what you do, you know, you do a session and you record a few songs. You record Can't Get By Without You and you record that. What you do? You can't say we were wrong not to do Can't Get By Without You because it was huge.
Yeah, it was huge. Yeah. And you still sing it to this day. Hey, can you perhaps give us a couple of lines from that song?
Which song?
Can't Get By Without You.
I can't get by without you. That one, you mean?
That one, yeah.
Well, there you go. You got it.
Oh, was that
it? You got your line. You got your line.
Oh, thank you.
I need you more each day. Yeah, there's another one.
Wow, we've got 2 lines. So who are your musical influences?
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Brilliant, yeah.
Italy Brothers. Bands like that. The OJs, I actually modelled myself on. Bands like that, you know.
A bit of Philly love.
Pardon?
A bit of Philly love, Philadelphia
Yeah.
International.
Yeah, the ones who did all the nice love songs, man, they were my influences.
So a Crufts winner in 1987. Wow, that's different.
It was different, yeah. It was brilliant, yeah. That's my hobby, you know, which I relax when I'm not with the group.
Yeah. So it's dogs and the real thing.
That's right.
Your two hobbies. And you came third again in 2013.
Pardon?
And you came third, didn't you, as well? So you won in 87 and came third in Crufts in 2013. Is that right?
Oh, I can't remember all that. I mean, I just remember 87, which I won Best in Show. Everything else doesn't really count, does it?
Yeah, fantastic. And
Yeah.
you still do that kind of thing now? Still going for...
Yeah, we still do it. Yeah, it's our hobby, you know. Like I say, it's something that like we can really relax when we're away from the music business, you know.
So do you still tour the world?
All over, yeah, all over. In fact, we were only in Holland about 4 weeks ago, actually.
And do you still get all the girls screaming?
Depends on where we are and what kind of gig it is. But we get good reaction. Otherwise, we wouldn't be still doing it.
No.
You know.
I mean, I suppose really taking you back, and you must have been classed as a boy band back in the day. Would you say that?
No.
No, you wouldn't say that.
No way. Sorry.
That's 3 lines. Well, we're getting
Never
somewhere.
been classed as a boy band. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, our music's always been quite serious and appealing to a good sort of outgoing dance type audience.
Cool. And still 7 members in the real thing, or is there? If you cut it down a bit now, obviously I know unfortunately your brother passed away, and he's no longer with us, and another member passed away. But how many members in the group now?
Yeah, well, me and Dave, we're the 2 originals. We started the real thing, and that's how it ended up. You know, we lost Ray quite a long time ago now, and Eddie 2 years ago. So it's me and Dave now doing a duo.
Yeah, it was a sad loss. Was he living in Australia? Was that right?
No. He used to go to Australia on holiday.
Oh, I see.
Every year to see his daughter over there. And basically, because we take 3 months, the first 3 months of the year off most of the time, so basically that was his opportunity to get off for 3 months, you know.
Oh, well. Well, a nice place to go, isn't it? Nice place to go.
Yeah, he used to relax and he used to recharge his batteries, you know, and then ready to go again in March, as it were.
Are you still based in Liverpool?
I'm based just outside Liverpool, about 20 miles out. Dave lives down south.
And do you ever get, do you get noticed when you go around your local shops and things? Do people know who you are?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially in Liverpool, yeah.
So girls screaming in Tesco, stop it, I'm only shopping.
No. We never had screaming girls. We've always, as I say.
So you got...
We've never really had that type of an audience, you know.
Okay, surprising. So you've got a new album, Greatest Hits album coming out for next year, is that right?
Yeah, it comes out on the, I think it's the 10th of January. We've also, that's coming out in line with a new documentary, which is a feature-length documentary on the band, which is going out to all the selected cinemas up and down the country in January as well. So it's all sort of coinciding together, you know.
So Real Thing Mania for 2020.
Yeah, that's it. Fame at last.
No, it's brilliant. I mean, some of these films that recently come out, Teddy Pendergrass and some of the other films have done really well, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, yeah.
So I think yours will be quite interesting, won't it?
It is. It's very interesting, actually. It goes right back. It's got some amazing archive footage, which even I didn't remember, to be quite honest. And it goes way right back to the very beginning. And, deals with our career right through till now.
Fantastic. Well, keep doing what you're doing. Chris, thank you for joining us today. Thanks to Richard Short for giving us the introduction on, I believe, on Twitter. So you're on Twitter. You were on Instagram?
Twitter we're on.
Yeah, you're on Twitter, you're on Instagram as well. You probably don't do that yourself. But can I wish you and your family a Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining us today here on Starpoint Radio.
Oh, thanks, Gary. It's great, man.
Good luck with the new single. We love it here at Starpoint, and good luck with the film and the album.
Okay, that's brilliant.
Can we get a fourth line before you go?
Well, what would you like?
I'll leave it to you.
You to me are everything, the sweetest song that I can sing. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. There you go, Gary. It's all yours.
Thank you very much.
This is Starpoint Radio.